Okay, here we are. A little bit of a different situation than normal. This is a replacement roll, which is why there's already a coin in everybody's flip. And this is the replacement roll, 1947D. Let me get to a point where I can actually get this tube open. It's been taped up for quite some time, so I'm going to have to cut the tape. Of course, by it being taped like that, you can tell I have not yet seen anything in this roll. So, we're going to learn this one together, as we do with all the other rolls I do. It looks like I've got 50 coins, which is a good thing. They look like they're decent from here, which is another good thing. Okay, I'm just going to call them out by name. So, Paul's going to get the first coin here. And the first coin turns out to be, well, it's a nice, clean-looking coin. That much is certain. Looks like we're going to have a successful bit with this roll. We're going to check the first 10 on the reverse just to be doing it. Why? Because we can. Doesn't cost any extra money. And that one is for Paul. So what you're going to end up getting, if you were involved in number 557, you're going to end up getting 2 coins, just like this. Kind of like we do with the bag reveals. And that is why. So Mickey's going to come up next. See if we can get anything good in this roll. Perhaps, maybe, possibly. I think you are alone, Malcolm. I think everybody else kind of dropped out of the mix. Either that or they didn't understand that we were doing the replacement roll, but I told them that we were. This was initially scheduled to be the last reveal of a day, and then things went sideways on my week, like they normally do. And I was unable to get everything scheduled in at the time I wanted to. So now it's coming up in the middle of a day stream. There's a nice little RPM. Nice little split lower serif RPM. There's only 2 of us in here. That's really weird. Can you go tell everybody in the other stream? They're probably sitting in the other stream, which would have been... what was the last one I did? 566. So it would be 567 that they're probably sitting in. Mark says he's lurking. But there were a number of people that were just in the stream. They're probably sitting in the one for 567. Went in for this and I wasn't there, but this one worked. You went in for this, the 557B. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to go ahead and finish it though, because I need to get moving, get things done today. Alright, so that one's going to go to Calipigian. Next up is Frostbite. So Frosty what appears to be nothing real special here for Frosty. That's weird. I don't know where they're sitting. Unless they all decided that they had something else to do, which that's okay too. I never initially planned any of this to be an audience-reaching show. I had always just planned this to be incidental proof of what I did after the effect. So anyone and everyone can see that they were chosen at random, that I did a roll that was fresh in. I'm not picking through rolls or any of that sort of thing. And it turned into everybody wanted to be there to watch it. That's interesting. Doug. I'm fine with everyone watching. It's got poor man's doubling on it. That means it's a later dice date coin. It has die wear on the last digit of the date that doubles that last digit of the date, but that is old die wear. It's not hub doubling, not a double die. All right, Mr. Jordan. Let's see what Jordan picks up here. Not an RPM. That could be Eric. Hang on just a second. Let me see. Because I honestly think there's probably people waiting for me someplace, but I don't know where someplace is. Okay, no. It's not. So... all right, so we'll just keep moving. There's Otis is here, Malcolm is here, Mark is here. I guess you guys were the only ones who really wanted to watch this live, which is fine. I had like 10, 12 people in the last show, which was just a few minutes ago. Okay, and this one appears to be a normal coin as well. Got 1 RPM so far in this. Mr. Fletcher. Minor lower split serif there. That's what we have. Minor lower split serif. Carl up next. Carl gets a fuddy-duddy looking coin. I hope we're not back into spots and stuff. Kind of hoping at least one of my 47D rolls was decent. Now for Eric. Well, it's another normal one. Now Mark. Got one for Mark. Let's see what it is here. Looks like a decent clean coin, but it is normal. Let's check the reverse on this one, just because Mark happens to be in here. Normal. Pretty nice looking coin, though. Taco John. Good day. Next one up, Sissy. Nothing do I see there either. Paul? Nothing. anytime you want to show up, Otis. Anytime. Eric. Nothing there. Sureg comes up next. Sureg. Little tiny split lower serif there. I don't think we're going to be able to call that really. Too minor that if the coin weren't perfectly uncirculated, then probably wouldn't ever see that. Now for Jordan. Jordan. Nothing there. Oh. Parva's next. Grandson of Grandpa. Nothing there either. Mr. Fletcher. Well, oh, Mickey. We're kind of not getting anywhere with this. Got one minor RPM so far. There was only one of those in the roll so far. That one's for Otis. Malcolm next. Lurkers everywhere. That's right. I generally have a number of lurkers in my streams. I know because people send me questions and email and say, I saw your show the other day, blah, 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 and I didn't even have a clue who they were. It's like, I've never seen you chat. So a lot of times when we've got 24, 26, 30 people in there, only about 10 of them are chatting. 10, 15, 20 are chatting and bidding. The other 15 or so people that are in there aren't saying nothing. Number 10. I don't know which one this is going to be. It's probably number 10, though. It's the next coin. Doug. Okay. And it's got some color issues. Nothing else on it, though. Sureg comes up next again. You would think I could magically pick a roll that does something good for us. Mark is up next. Minor lower split serif for Mark. A little bit of doubling right there across the bottom of the mint mark. All right. Cap Morgan Dollar comes up next. Cap Morgan Dollar. don't have any of the big cute RPMs or anything that we hope for. Taco John. But we swing our bat, we hope for the best, and we plan accordingly. Hope is hope. It doesn't always work out well. But these coins are nicer than the previous roll was. There's Paul Hampton now. Mr. Paul. Nothing there. Number 19 goes to T-Rap. They're more or less in order now. Those first few coins I think already had die varieties, so they were pulled out from the mainstream, and I didn't put them back in numerical order. We're likely up to the point where I was plugging coins in after I ended the show because it was not worth going through and crediting everyone. I just credited the entire roll. Got Tyler in here now. We're well over halfway done with the roll. But we have to keep drilling on to see what we end up with here. I don't think we're even up to scheduled time on this roll yet, and we're almost finished with it. It's because we're not finding anything to talk about. The unfortunate part. Taco John comes up next. We've got nothing over here. Hey, Boondocks. Next up, Frost Bite. Well, this is a 1947D, totally picked out at random. Well, grease struck through area right there. I guess today we blew our wad on the 1957D. We ended up with a roll that had over half the roll was full of die varieties, most RPMs, a few double dies too. But this roll is turning up a stone cold blank. Well, we've got, okay, it's not stone cold blank. We've got 2 or 3 RPMs that we have a couple of examples of, and that's about it. So Parviz comes up next on this one. Well, nothing else on this one. Yeah, they're better coins. Much better than the first roll. Okay, Eric comes up. I keep wanting to flip those over. I don't need to. The name's on the top. Eric got one of those. There. It's a doubled lower serif. Doubling goes across the bottom of the mint mark. This looks like we got 3 minor RPMs in this roll. Kimberly, next up. A few spots there. Relatively minor, though. Next up, Jordan again. Late dice date on that one. Sissy up next. Nothing there. Farm Dog comes up next. Another one of the split lower serif RPMs. So we've got 4 of these now in this roll. So it's not quite as a dunce roll as we thought. Now, T-Rep up next. This damn gnat. What's the lifespan of a gnat? When is this stupid thing gonna croak and leave me alone? I'm not fast enough to catch it. It's kind of spotty. Not such a beautiful coin. Mr. Fletcher is up next. Yeah, nothing really there. It's a very, very, very minor RPM. Tyler. Taco John. Getting back to the basics on this. You know, that one's kind of messed up a little bit. Because sometimes you can't win for losing. Yeah, put coffee and sugar in a cup. I'll find him sitting in it. I didn't think about that. I don't waste a good cup of coffee on a less than a quarter of a cent worth of gnat. Alright, Captain comes up next. There's your order right there. I do have 50 coins this time. So everybody gets in on this one. Carl next. Nothing on that one, unfortunately. Malcolm. And Malcolm gets a minor split upper serif. That's really minor, though. It is truly tiny. And Parviz comes out to be the very last one to get one on this particular roll, and we'll see what he gets. Appears that it's a normal coin, though. Lots of normal coins in this roll. Probably only about 5 or 6 RPMs. No double dice. And that'll do it. That's what I got, boys and girls. If I have another reveal scheduled, which I'm not sure I remember whether I do or not, I will get it started here very shortly. Otherwise, I will see you later. I know I've got at least one more today, I'm sure, but I don't know if it's afternoon or evening. So I'll see you guys either in a few or later in the evening. Either way, I'll be back. Will you? See you later.